Hello, hey up and hey diddling. My name is Steve, and once again, it's a great big warm welcome from myself to the Wobbly Running Exploring channel. And this week, we're exploring another lost railway and another what once was, see what I did there, lost railway station. And this week, we're in the wonderful town of Shepshed in northern Leicestershire.
Whoa.
Hey up, who's this?
That's my line. Get off. Yeah, welcome to Steve and welcome to Phil. We're in Shepshed, a lost railway town we've come to have a look at today. So if you don't know what that is, you don't watch these videos, we have a look at what the town's famous for, we have a look at its railway history, and we have a look at what remains of the railway. Charnwood Forest Railway, isn't it? This?
Yeah.
It's a bit of an echo under here, isn't there? But we've not just got a railway, we've got a canal that's all intertwined with the history of this railway, haven't we?
Yeah, amazing history down here, mate. Fantastic.
We're going to be having a look at some of the stuff like that. So I'm completely, my compass has just gone out the window walking down here. Whereabouts?
Well, we are currently stored beneath this wonderful old bridge that the Charnwood Forest Railway Company constructed at Tickow Lane, just on the outskirts of Shepshed. So 1883 the railway opened, so this would have been built between 1881 and 1883. And of course, as I've just been showing you, we've even got the remains of a canal bridge right next to it.
Which is just
here, and not a lot of people know about it. So there's the partial remains of the former Tickow Lane Bridge, and this would have been built in 1794. So amazing history right there. Old red engineering brickwork, as many people know I love a lot, and I spent a lot of happy times down here in my childhood on my bike, walking about, bird watching, the flappy birds, until I got to about 15 years of age, you know the dealio, and I spent a lot of happy hours down here, and now I'm back down here again.
In terms of dates then, we've got 1794 canal, 1883 railway.
Yes mate, and as I said to you and Phil on the way down here, you know, 1794 up to 1883, there's a good 90 years there straight the way, isn't there?
Yeah.
And this railway is now 140 year old, something like that. So it blows your mind, doesn't it? You know, the history that we've got beneath us feet here.
Let's just have a look at what Shepshed is well known for. County of Leicestershire, we've got a population, where are we? Just under 15,000 people. Interesting fact, the name derived from the name Shepshed.
That's right.
Apparently, yeah.
Staffordshire fed as well. I think that was one, if I pronounced it right, back in the day.
Yeah.
Gone through numerous name changes, Shepshed has.
And it's because it was originally wool industry and sheep farming and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, Phil, it's a market town. Where's the market?
Probably. Marketplace, which is a few hundred yards that way, the other side of the co-op.
So the canal and the railway are sharing the same path through here then, canal. It's kind of crisscrossing the railway line. Well, you're just going out the west side of Shepshed now though, aren't we?
Yeah. So this side was built by the railway company. Now, many people used to think that the canal used to go through here, and it doesn't, because as you can see, you've got what looks like an area for horses to walk on either side. Now,
like a tow.
Yeah, now we think they're there because this was actually for getting livestock, you know, beneath the railway either side, and this was for the people, you know, farm workers to walk on, so they won't get trampled when they were bringing livestock through here. That's what they think.
Bizarre. This one before's bizarre.
Yeah, it is. I don't know why it's like this, but as I said, a lot of people initially thought that the canal came through here, and it didn't. The canal is up on that level. There were no locks whatsoever on the Charnwood Forest Canal.
It's got dimensions, hasn't it, of the canal?
Yeah.
We feel this has.
Now, whether that's the only bit that were extended by the railway company, I don't know, because that end is canal, and there's a big difference between the brickwork on that side and the brickwork from 1881 onwards on this side.
So the railway's above us here. Where's the canal, Steve?
Well, the canal, I'm glad you asked me that, Paul. The canal would have been about here, above us.
So the canal's still...
And it was in its own iron trough, which no longer exists, of course.
Okay.
Now, the brickwork in the last few years has been refurbished down here, but this is the this is the canal side. The bricks are a bit smaller. Now, if our mutual buddy, the good priest himself, Steve, was here, he'd know all about this brickwork. He's the brick expert. But I love that detail there. You know how it skewers there, the brickwork. I do love that.
This pattern of the setup of the bricks there is incredible, isn't it?
But this, I'm imagining, is 1794, this side.
Wow.
And like I say, up that end, 1881 at least.
It's interesting. When I'm reading this, Phil, you know, we've done Peak Forest Canal.
That's what that looks like, one of them bridges on Peak Forest that were very, you look at the dimensions from top of arch up to the top, it's so thin.
Yeah.
So it reminds me of exactly what you just said, one on Peak Forest.
Yeah.
Is it normal for something to be built in that type of brick that early? I know when we've done the old stuff, it's normally kind of stone masonry type stuff, whether that's just a regional thing.
They look really thin, them bricks do, and always priestly needed.
Well, this, like I say, this is 1700s, late 1700s, this side. But yeah, you're right, in terms of, I mean, usually where canals were concerned, a lot of it was stonework, wasn't it? But round this area, I mean, you pair being from up Derbyshire, Nottinghamshire kind of border up there, ain't you? You know, I mean, it was all stonework pretty much up there, wasn't it?
On tap, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you've got more brickworks.
A lot of people have argued the toss that the canal came through here, but it never ever did.
It doesn't make sense.
No, because, well, what happened was, from Blackbrook Reservoir, when they originally built it and flooded the Blackbrook Valley, they built an aqueduct from there to supply the canal up at that level, and that got swept away in the Great Flood when the canal emptied. And that aqueduct joined the canal right near where we're stood now, and it came across Ashby Road. That road out there, the Ashby Road, is a really old turnpike. It's a really, really old road, that is. So at some point, adjacent to where we're stood, there'd have been an earth bank and a brick archway similar to this, with an aqueduct going over the top to supply water to the canal, you see. You can't find a trace of it. I've tried my best for 25 years, but I can't find anything.
What's the 6 for? What's that?
6 miles to Loughborough.
Ah, okay.
Is that about right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
There's more remaining of this little railway through Shepshed than I thought. Look at these gateposts. Yeah, another little bridge here. These little bridges are so nice. So we've had a little bit of a walk on the track bed around Shepshed. We're going to go down and have a look where the station was in a little bit. This Charnwood Forest Railway then, this 1883, lost its passenger services in 1931, was it?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Was it still open for goods after that?
I've seen that on later maps that platforms were still there in Shepshed. They didn't just bulldoze it in 1931, did they?
I don't think they did. I think it was derelict for a while. I don't actually know a lot about that, to be fair.
I've seen contrasting information that kind of, contradicted itself. I was just a bit confused on when actually it stopped being an actual railway line. Never mind.
I think it definitely became a victim in the 60s. I'm sure, because my mum grew up here, and I'm sure she can remember trains.
But if it were a freight line, what would they go into a dead-end Loughborough?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I don't know.
Why?
Because obviously it terminated at Derby Road, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and in that direction, coal release.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we saw, well, we didn't see because there's nothing there, but yeah, we did that on the Colville video. You all know Phil. If you're like me, I'm sick of seeing him because I'm always editing videos with him in.
And me.
But if you've not seen Steve's channel, what once was, or as you might have known him in the past as Let's Explore.
Yeah, Let's Explore, yeah.
He's rebranded now and confused everybody who sees him popping up on there like, what's this?
I
ain't subscribed to this rubbish, you know. And, it's Let's Explore, that's all right. Yeah, so you're from around these areas, aren't you, Steve? You're local.
Yeah, I lived a quarter of a mile other side of this embankment here when I was a kid, between the ages of 11 and 20 until I moved out, yeah.
So you know this area right at the back of
Yeah, well, I mean, this railway we're exploring and the canal as we've touched on is the reason I do what I do. I just fell in love with the whole concept of industrial history, mainly because of the canal first, and then, of course, we were familiar with the railway because we were bombing it up and down here on mountain bikes when we were kids, you know. Then when we realised there was a canal pretty much next to it in places, That's the fascination was then
to unravel the layers of the onion.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I fell in love with it, to be honest with you. Yeah.
I can mirror that. Similar stories where I grew up.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. So if just check out his channel. I'll leave a link in the description. Flash it on screen now. Go and have a look because he does a lot of interesting videos, kind of similar to what I do around this area. So well worth a watch. He's got a bit more enthusiasm than me in his presenting style as well. You might
always trying to say is I'm a bit dafter than him.
You want to say Peak Forest Canal, Charnwood Forest Canal. That's the contour canal you said, and that's left the railway now, has it? That's gone out.
Yeah. So the Charnwood Forest Canal is a couple hundred yards over that way. Now, where we're heading towards now, station approach at Shepshed Station, as you can see on the camera, the actual track bed, it rises up. Of course, it didn't do that originally. It's just been built up by those that did it, but on Charnwood Road, there was an upback bridge there where this railway went beneath it and then on beyond into the station. And quite interestingly, it's called Charnwood Road now, but initially, before that, it was called Navigation Road.
Ah, okay.
Because of the canal. And then before the canal existed, I don't know what the road was called then. It was a main road out of old Shepshed town anyway, and over the forest, as we say.
Yeah.
Over towards what's now Colville, that obviously, well, didn't even exist when that canal was built. So, but of course it does exist because of the Leicester and Swannington Railway. Places change over time. You know, the fact there was once an humpback bridge right here now on Charnwood Road, and then the railway on its approach down there to Old Station Close. I mean, incidentally, my first job was down here at Charnwood Forest Brickyard. Not a great experience, if I'm totally honest with you.
Right, so you've actually worked at the brickyard?
At Charnwood Forest Brickyard, yeah. It was a traditional brickyard where bricks were made by hand. There were no machines involved. But yeah, it wasn't the greatest experience of my life, let's put it like that.
Old Station Close, so that's a nod.
It's like someone's got angry that station's closed. Bang!
Yeah.
So this is all land here, station, and there was a goods shed and some sidings.
Yeah, so I mean, roughly where we're stood, very close to where we're stood, was the station, but you know, now, I mean...
Nothing, is there?
No, you'd never know, mate, to be honest with you. Completely changed forever. I
mean, if you look at the overhead shots, you can see... You can see like the linear footprint of like the railway land, can't you? That they've there, and the brickworks. You've just mentioned it. Your old gaff is still there, and I've noticed because it's got a conveyor now, hasn't it, up to the quarry?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if it's still in production or not. The quarry, yeah, there was a conveyor belt, because I know when we worked there, when I was a kid, when I was 16-year-old. All the clay used to come down to you. You'd be on your workbench like here. The clay would be on that side. You'd pull it off and bump it into a shape with all the loose sand on your workbench and throw it into a mould that had been specifically made for you with your own initials in the mould. So for me, SP, Steve Picker. And so if you made a bad batch of bricks, they knew who'd made them.
So there's bricks out there somewhere with your initials on them?
There is. There's also a lot of wrong uns somewhere in the bottom of a pit somewhere that I did. Oops. But you're expected to make 1,200 a day behind.
It's interesting, I found. We commented on it when we was driving through this morning. We drove past some of the old canal sites, didn't we, Phil?
Yeah.
How the canal, some of the canal route is still green space. Almost they've not built on the old alignment.
Yeah, but
like
is that
this?
coincidental or deliberately not?
Well, it's been gone long enough, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't take long for them to redevelop. If it's in an housing estate like it is, I mean, they built around it and left the...
Well, Shepshed, I mean, when you look at Shepshed on old maps, it's nothing. I mean, it's expanded that much. If it weren't for the fact that the M1 cuts between Sheppey and Loughborough, they'd be joined together by now.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, they're just about to develop Garrington Park now. That's going to be a big housing project.
So what? This is a towpath?
Towpath for the Charnwood Forest Canal, and the canal was here in these bottom of these gardens.
So is this where the canal came through? Then is this where?
Yeah. So this hedge line here is pretty much the canal next to Anson Road, and then this was called Navigation Road originally. It's now Charnwood Road, and it came across the road here and went down the old towpath, which is still there. You can walk on it to this day.
You just walked up.
And as I mentioned to you and Phil, aka Dolph, earlier, I'd love to think this is an old mile marker that still stands here on the towpath. Now, whether it is or not, I don't know. But there's a reason for it being here. Now, whether it's a gate post, I don't know. There's no hinge on it that I can see, and no evidence of holes for a hinge on it. So maybe, maybe it was a mile marker. Maybe there was a plaque on there once. I don't know. And of course, just down there, you got the Top Railway pub, which I'm sure originally was the navigation pub. Now, don't quote me on it, those of you on there that are going to. But I think that was built for the canal and the people concerned building it, the navvies. Might be totally wrong.
There's another pub there, the Railway, just the other side of it as well. 2 pubs called the Railway. Yeah, there's not been a railway here for 300 years.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, you know, these were both up, and when the railway was built, and I mean, I suppose as well, can you imagine when the Charnwood Forest Railway were being built, you know, all them navvies building it in this area as well, the tills would have been going mad, because they'd have been in there on the hit and miss, wouldn't they? every shift after every shift.
Oh, we found the station. Just the wrong sort of station. So cheers, chaps. Thanks, thanks, Steve. Steve's about to change his name to Richard. I don't know if anybody knows.
Oh, very funny, because my second name's Pickow. I'll let you do the math.
Terrible.
I've never heard that in my life, have I, Phil?
No.
You told it us earlier. Yeah, so thanks ever so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's going.
Yeah.
I'm at the channel, mate. You're not on yours.
Oh, yeah, mine, isn't it?
Lost Railway Towns, Shepshed.
Which one? Oh, we're looking into that one. I'm a Luddite here, aren't I? Hello, hey up and hey diddling. My name is Steve, and once again, it's a great big warm welcome to what once was, I think. Stumbled on my lines then, didn't I? Are we doing Wobbly Runner, or are we going to? Yeah, no, it's got to be Wobbly Runner, isn't it? I can't go all bloody.
That's fine, but then just say it's another lost railway town.
Ah, yeah. Hello, hey up and hey diddling. My name is Steve, and once again, it's a great big warm welcome from myself to. I said welcome then. Hold on, too much reverberating.
There is only 5.5 hours available on SD card, you know.
Right, I'll get it right this time. Hello, hey up and hey diddling. My name is Steve, and once again, it's a great big warm welcome from myself to the Wobbly Running Exploring channel. And this week, we're exploring another lost railway and another what once was, see what I did there, lost railway station. And this week, we're in the wonderful town of Shepshed in northern Leicestershire.
Whoa.
Hey up, who's this?
It's my line. Get off.
It ain't, is it? Oh, there you go, you see. My services are no longer required.
Turn your back.
Dolph Derbyshire.
Yeah, welcome to Steve and welcome to Phil. We're in Shepshed, a lost railway town. Well, let's just have a look at where are we? Swanshed? No.
Swanshed?
Let's just have a look at what Shepshed is well known for.